Hi guys, and welcome back to the video. Today let's answer 5 common questions that teenagers ask. The first one on my list is, can someone of the opposite sex be my best friend? Okay, we'll try to answer that question and then try to address the reason why the question was asked in the first place. Yes, best friend can be someone of the opposite sex. Now, considering why that question may have been asked, it could be that you're worried that having someone of the opposite sex as your best friend could eventually lead to fornication, because body no be firewood. One thing can lead to another, and you're kissing, you're hugging, and you're doing things that are not in resonance with your values, right? But then we go to school every day, we go to church every day, we meet people every day, and the more you spend time with people, you achieve tasks together, you achieve goals together, you tend to become closer to such people. And as time goes on, your number of friends begin to narrow down, and eventually there will always be this one person that you vibe very well with, or you relate very well with. You could see eye to eye in almost every issue, and that's usually the person that you end up saying, this is my best friend. So what happens in a situation where that person is someone of the opposite sex? You say, because I'm a girl and you're a boy, we can't be friends anymore. Because I'm a boy and you're a girl, I can't be friends with you anymore. You can't do that. Becoming best friend is something that most times does not happen intentionally. It just happen by basis of your relationship with someone. It's okay to have someone of the opposite sex as your best friend. However, in order to avoid those fears of yours coming to pass, those fears of falling into the sin of fornication, for example, coming to pass, you have to set boundaries, set healthy boundaries. A good boundary that I can set is when it comes to touch. Like, you don't have to touch me anyhow. We already know that I'm a girl and you're a boy. When you want to call a girl's attention, for example, you start beating her like, guy, half her, like, don't treat me like a boy, don't, or like a fellow girl hugging me anyhow, pecking me anyhow, and we don't have to be in secluded areas alone. Maybe we'll have an assignment to do together, we'll have a project to work on. We don't necessarily have to do it where we are alone, okay? Because we are people of the opposite sex. Anything can happen. You can feel like you got it, okay? You can't fall for your best friend. I mean, it's your best friend, and why would you be kissing your best friend? But you know that the matters of the hearts and the matters when it comes to sexual issues is very dicey, and you don't want to take the risk. So yes, you can have someone of the opposite sex as your best friend, but because of the tendencies of your emotions coming in between and one party desiring more than friendship, there is need to set healthy boundaries. The second question I have here is, what do I do when people consistently misjudge my actions? This is a situation that is common with most teenagers. Even as a teenager, I experience it as well. Like, with my elder siblings, then I felt like they always misjudged me. Like, there was one time my brother wanted me to help him with his book sales, okay, and I was willing to do it with all my heart, but he felt like I was not taking it serious because I was not getting paid for it. And in my head, I was like, why would you pay me to help you sell your books? I'm your sister for Christ's sake. And he went ahead to say he was going to pay me for selling that. He was going to pay me based on commission. I didn't mind the commission, but I didn't just like the fact that he assumed that I intentionally was not giving the work my best because I wasn't getting paid for it. So at that point, I felt like my actions were misjudged, right? It's normal. People will often misjudge us at one point or the other. So if it's now something that happens over and over again, then maybe you need to check how you actually express yourself. Maybe it's your tone, the tone of your voice when you're saying what you're saying, that makes people to pick offense from what originally you didn't intend them to be offended at. Or it could be your timing. You say the right things at the wrong time. Okay, you can also check that. Another thing is, do you judge people as well? Do you misjudge? Are you quick to judge people? Are you quick to condemn people? That could be the reason why they are also misjudging your actions, because do unto others what you want them to do unto you, right? But then what you can do is, if people misjudge you, explain yourself. There is room for explanation. I say maybe they are not giving you room to explain yourself. But if there's opportunity to explain yourself, please take the time and break it down. Don't act mysterious. You don't get anything from acting mysterious, saying one thing and expecting everybody to decode it, So please always explain yourself, and then watch your tone and also your timing. If you try your best to explain yourself and people are still misjudging you, maybe you should check very well whether those people really want it in their circle. Because one way people want to dismiss you or send you out of their circle is by always trying to find fault in everything you do. So if that is the case, you should actually ask yourself, am I in the right circle of friends? Do these people have the same values as I have? Do they have the same principles that I do? So should I still be with these people because it's looking like they don't want me here? If this group of people that I want in my life are not actually helping me to grow, if they're only going to keep hurting me by misjudging me and making me look like the bad person in their midst, maybe I should leave them and move on to some other people or focus on other areas of my life. The third question I have here is, how do I handle my busy schedule? I usually say that teenagers of these days are busier than when we used to be teenagers, right? I feel like teenagers have more to deal with now, both at school, outside of school. So how do you handle a busy schedule? One way you can go about that is to set your priorities right. If you're in school, your number one priority is to do well academically. So when you're planning your day, put your academic activities first. Prioritize them before any other thing can follow suit. And apart from prioritizing right, you also need to assign a deadline to your tasks. That is going to help you to be able to be checking, items on your to-do list. Attach time to everything. By 9 a.m. I should be done reading. Okay, when I'm done with lectures by 2 p.m., I should go and do this by 1 p.m. Like, attach time to your daily tasks and also minimize the number of things you have to achieve in a day. And one of the good practices in setting goals is to set goals that are attainable. So don't go and bombard yourself with a lot of tasks that you cannot accomplish in one day. So try to limit your tasks to maybe 3 core things you need to do every day and try to accomplish those ones. So prioritizing your activities and attaching time to your daily tasks or weekly tasks can help you to ease off the busy schedule and make more progress.